Okay, I have a moment between meetings and I'm going to use it to run this experiment I've been thinking about doing. I'm trying to build out socials right now in distribution because I have a lot of ideas and initiatives that I'm really wanting to spread broader than my normal R&B vertical of charter schools. So part of that I think is to share some of the creative stuff I'm doing that should be interesting to some people. And that might be an inroad to some of the other work nodes and things that I'm doing because all of those really are connected by similar threads. So, one of the projects I've been involved in is from like 2017 to 2019, I was writing a bunch of poetry and I was then recording it as as like raps on Instagram. And that was a lot of fun. That was a great iteration of it. I think its limitation was that, being kind of a one trick pony with that modality, the lyrics came really fast and the musical style is not for everyone. And so I think there's a lot of like buried gems in there that I've then been resurfacing, taking those original poem lyrics, restructuring them as song structures, and then thinking through unique musical genres to meet that composition and give it like a new soundscape now that we have AI music and all of these other creative tools to explore with. So I think I'll do a little series on this, but it'll start with a single one. This one is on 1950s. It's called 1950s America. It's the top of my stack by alphabetized. And it came about as a piece that I wrote right after the 2016 election, and I noticed that me being in a sort of blue bubble within California, I had assumed that the Hillary election was a given, and instead of being horrified by the result, I was indeed stunned. But I became really curious, like interested, like what was I missing that I was that disconnected from half of my countrymen, and it felt off that I had been raised in such a way to just think of Red America as some combination of like ignorant or evil or greedy, um, such a collapsed concept of so many people that are supposed to be our fellow countrymen. So that led to an extensive kind of political journey, and I highlight that down here as well. I'll link to that piece. But a friend was having a birthday party, and she was theming it after the 1950s. And the 1950s, to me, pointed towards the time that MAGA Make America Great Again was kind of referencing. It was peak American empire after World War II. There's a lot of confidence. If you look at Ray Dalio's Empire Cycles, it was kind of peak empire, and it's been down and to the right since then. So I wanted to capture both the nostalgia and the greatness of that time, as well as let's call it the darkness or the cost of that time. And I wrote it as a rap, recorded it with a track that was like a Leave It to Beaver track in the background, and that's there as well. You can listen to that if you'd like. And then I did this performance live at her birthday party, which was kind of a fun experience as well. She had an open mic, and so I planned and was reading and researching about the 1950s and putting that into a poetry experience. Then recently rewrote it in these song lyric structures and have run it through Suno with this unique guided prompting around what I wanted to try to convey. So I'm going to do this as kind of a quick reaction video. I've only got a few more minutes, so I'll play it. I'll have a short reaction, and then I'll post links and let me know what you think. And it'll be cool to see some reactions to this content, and I'll keep going from here. Let's go ahead and play it.
Driving movies Friday nights, High school lights on open fields, back and forth in polished chrome, learning how a future feels. Who's the fastest, who's the cool, who the girls all lean toward now. Paper routes and root beer floats, dreams already penciled out. It was simple, or it seemed. You knew your place and kept it clean. Poodle skirts and hula hoops, new appliances hum and shine. Radio plays, voices live, records spin the sound of time. Put a nickel in the jukebox, hang around for hours more. Rock and roll lets something loose, nobody can say for sure. It was simple, or it seemed. Hold the line, believe the dream. Saturday night television, antenna turned just right. 3 channels tell the nation everything will be alright. Indoor picnics, family rooms, chips and laughter, easy grace. Confidence was everywhere as long as you stayed in your place. Steel mills burning through the night, suburbs spreading clean and white. Send the children off to college, blue collars filled with pride. They said freedom had arrived, but not all doors were open then. Best to keep your head down low, don't go stirring what's been said. It was simple, or it seemed. Peace at home and quiet streets. Polio and iron lungs, ducking cover drills at school. Bomb shelters in the backyard, trust the men who make the rules. Korea fades into the past, new fears whispered soft and cold. Say the word communist and stop the questions before they grow. Women came back home again, war was over, roles restored. Children learned what not to ask, history closed a door. So was it great that time and place? Did the promise keep its hold? Was the warmth worth what it cost? That story never told. The river keeps on flowing, carrying what we couldn't say. That water still runs through us now, a little further down the well. It was simple, or it seemed.
Sweet. Yeah, I think it's pretty fair. Nostalgia mixed with the cost. All right, gotta hop off for now, but let me know what you think. I'll do some more of these. If you go on to listen to the original, and especially if you go on to read the political journey piece, I'm interested in your thoughts there as well. My interest is integral in nature. It's understanding how traditional, modern, and postmodern all contribute pieces of the truth, but have major failure modes when they collapse into their way being the only right way. And that's my best hope for how we move forward in a period of looming American anarchy.